One of the main things that I see you providing benefit for is really kind of pre-problems, preventing problems by reviewing documents ahead of time. So share with me, I know some of the things you do because I'm me, I'm good looking and charming, but some things you do for agents as a service, but I don't want to sign you up for what you don't do. So when an agent has a deal, there's a question about a deed and the history of a deed and a couple parties on it. Obviously, you can answer legal questions, but tell me about the role you play at that time in the process.
Yeah, I don't give any legal advice. I don't give. Someone just texted me yesterday to review. A very good client of mine too, and the assistant texted me in the evening. Hey, can this trust? Is it this type of trust? The successor trustee, meaning the person who's acting in that trust, wants to know if it's this type of trust. And I said, I don't make those type of determinations. I'm not an attorney. I don't look at a trust to say it is a grantor trust or it's this type of trust. I don't do that. What I do is I help people get from point A to point B. Point A being we have a house we want to sell, and point B is I close the escrow and the check is in my hand. And so I will talk to people when they're just working on it and it's a lead and they think there's a discrepancy and we need to look at title to see how ownership is, to when they first, if it's a trust, now they have a copy of the trust, so have me review the trust. If it's a probate, looking at the paperwork. If they're dealing with, maybe it's a lead, maybe they called someone that was a probate lead and the person is thinking about working with them and they're having trouble, getting them to the table to sign and get this as a deal that starts going so we can open title and get escrow going, all that stuff. And so I will help anywhere along that process. So I tell people all the time, because after, you learn these things from experience, right? After having a newer person in the business call me and say, hey, I just missed out on this deal and blah, blah, blah. And I started telling people that, what, the second you get a lead, the second you think, that there's a little nibble on the hook, right? If you're fishing, there's a little nibble on the hook. The second you think it could turn into something, you can get me involved then, because sometimes it's the fact that you're providing necessary information or valuable information to the parties that makes them want to work with you. If you're the agent, sometimes you letting them know, hey, there's this little title issue that hasn't been taken care of or that maybe no one knew about. Sometimes when you bring that information, that party, that seller ends up going, wow, we want to work with this person because they're the one that had this information. Everyone else is just telling us, sell your property. He brought us some information that helped us learn that, oh, there was a problem or a discrepancy or something that needed to be fixed. And that's why, we want to work with him.